So for my birthday this year, I got to go to the Jaws exhibit at the Academy Museum of Motion Pictures. It is in Hollywood, and Jaws is my favorite movie, hands down. So this was super cool to see. As a huge fan, I knew a lot of the behind the scenes. I knew a lot of the story, have seen the movie multiple times, but I even learned some new things. I got to see props, the books on how they went through different things to finally get that classic cover. This is what was posted around the island when they were filming, so that was really cool. The designs for the shark, then for that to be on the cover. This was for location scouting. They landed on Martha's Vineyard, so this is like little notes that they did because they wanted to get the perfect place to film the movie. I'm not entirely sure what that piece is, but this is some scripts and outlines for the movie, so that was really cool. As someone who is a filmmaker, definitely really cool to see. And of course, all that chicken scratches notes and stuff. They had lots of clips from the movie itself. I think I watched the entire movie just in clips. The chalkboard was so cool, and then it also had a little thing on who drew it and how he did it. Learning about how 95% of the cast was locals from Martha's Vineyard, and a lot of them did ad-lib, which was really cool. This is the fin that they used throughout the production, and also the classic quote about the 4th of July and the shark when he's talking to the mayor, which that's this scene right here, because they know that here is the arcade game that you can see someone playing in Jaws. At first I thought it was just made for Jaws because it is like Killer Shark, but it was a real game that just so happened to be featured in the movie Jaws, which I thought was pretty cool. I wish there was a demo or something to see how it actually would play, but still really cool to see. This clip, I am trying, but not successfully, trying to do the classic John Williams dun 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 dun, but it was pretty hard, but very interesting to try. So of course they had a section about John Williams and how he created the sound that is so recognizable with not even having to see a shark or have the movie on, just that sound. And that is pretty cool. So that was so cool to see. Cool to see his notes and the kind of tools he used to make it all come to life. This is Verna Fields. She is the female editor, and that is her Oscar for the film. She edited Jaws, and she is the reason why I got into film and wanted to be an editor. This section of the exhibit was so crazy. It's making you feel like you are in the water, you are the shark, and you are circling the orca. So cool how they reconstructed it, and then how it's like half, so then it feels like you're in the water and that the boat is in the water as well. They had all the props that were used on the boat in the movie in these great display cases, and it was so cool just to see the chair and the fishing rod, which I didn't comprehend how big it is, I guess, in my mind. Then this is the Oscar that the sound department won for this movie. This was probably my favorite part But this, you get to maneuver the mechanical shark named Bruce because he just never wanted to work. This is my favorite. I love merch, I love memorabilia, collectibles, all that. And so seeing all the items that has Jaws even just written on it throughout the years was so cool. So it started in 1975 when the movie first came out, up until today with, the Funko Pops, the Funko Pop bag. They even have something where it's like a shark coming out of the water for your aquarium, which was so cool. But seeing the merch from like 1976 to like the 90s was so cool because I never got to see it. The cereal, when it's called Feeding Time, that's pretty cool. I don't know when that came out. The Jaws sandwich, the drink stirs, with it being red. And you can get a collectible cup, the chomper. If they made those today, I would definitely get the chomper. The floaty, the inflatable fin, I would also wear. This is cool to see, even though they did remake it, and it is currently out. The stationery was so cool. I did wish that I got to go on the ride in Orlando, but never did. They had a cool Hello Kitty stuff. The oven mitt was so cool, and the hat. They did have stuff from Japan, because I know there is a ride in Japan of the movie. These are posters. These are the different designs for the movie Jaws. I love how different and unique they all are. This is the same concept, but different movies, TV shows, and how they reference Jaws throughout media. And then these are basically when Jaws was in theaters in 1975. And then the rest of these posters are from around the world.